It's a Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for the All Effin' Wrestling Show! JFB. What do we have on the docket today?
Oh, we're going to do some news. And then we're going to do the roundest. Every time we do a roundtable, it gets more and more round, more perfectly circumference. So we talk about everything that's pressing wrestling today. I say we hit it.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
It's the All Effin' Wrestling Show!
With your hosts, Canada Dry, and the JFB.
Tell me how it's priced. Tell me if the item is for sale. And tell me.
Good morning, afternoon, if I don't see you till later. Good evening. Welcome to this week's edition of the All Effin' Wrestling Show. I am, of course, one of your hosts. I am the king of prediction wrestling, although you wouldn't have been able to tell after my monumental flop at Revolution's prediction. I am the JFB, James from Boston.
I am, of course. Oh, your thumb's downing yourself. That's harsh.
I know.
Don't beat yourself up, JFB. It's okay.
It's okay.
I am a certified counselor. I can help you.
Thank you.
You're good enough. You're smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like you.
Hell yeah.
I'm, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry, damn it. It is a good day to be alive. Oh, my goodness gracious. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, we're doing all good. The guy over there in that corner right there, wearing the Red Bull shirt. Ugh.
Looks like Red Bull threw up on him.
I know. Like, if we officially sponsored by Red Bull? If we
He's
are,
trying.
It's one of my favorite racers, FCG, Shane Van Ginsberg. Actually, just moved over from Australia to NASCAR now. So,
That's cool.
Sweet.
But-
Well, we got Shane Experience in the house. Shane, how you doing, my brother?
Can't be better. I can't be any more better with you guys on a Sunday morning. Trying some prime energy.
Yeah, Prime Energy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. The guy below me, right there, this guy right here, he's got the best looking hair in podcast wrestling history. He's also a general manager of Mayhem. He is also currently half of the World Heavyweight Championship.
No,
picture.
I'm the real champion. That other guy's just some interim BS.
Maybe not after big business. You might not be.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
true.
We'll
big
see.
business is going to be a big business. We're talking about GM Joe, the man who puts evil in the evil vice president.
It's me. It's that EVP. And if I was doing any better, I'd be JFB.
Oh, nice. You can see if you can name a new person each time. That'd be cool.
Wow,
so-
we got a jam-packed episode this week.
So I figure we'll do the news, and then we don't have a joke of the week. So we can taste test after the news
Yeah, let's do the news
or the main event.
Yeah, then before the main event, we'll talk about Prime, the newest sponsor, ring mat sponsor of WWE. So let's go to the news. From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB. All right, so first things first, MJF, supposed to do a meet and greet this week, pulled out. So the question is, does this revolve around the possibility we may not see MJF in AEW? Canada Dry, you go first.
No, I don't think so. I think that MJF, he's a busy guy. So I think it just counteracted something else he wanted to do. It's plain and simple. If I don't show up to work, I tell him I can't make it, no one's jumping to conclusions what I'm doing.
Where's Canada Dry going? Is he going to another company? We'll find out next week.
Well, if he's not at his desk next Monday, we know why.
Yeah. Let's talk to Shane. Shane, what are your thoughts on
Hey, you know what? This is absolutely nothing new with MJF. Would not be the first time he's pulled out of autograph signings, especially to sell the character for AEW and stuff like that. So, and really, if he's supposed to be on the shelf right now of AEW, that's probably another reason why not to go to this meet and greet and keep trying to have to answer that question over and over again. When he coming back? When he coming back? He's got to keep selling that same character, the mystique to MJF. So,
Shane, I have a question. What happened last night? I was just about to put you in last night, and yet you popped off. What happened there?
Well, because you know what, you guys were talking about best movies. And then the moment I went in the backstage, I saw the topic switched. I'm like, well, I don't really want to jump in when you guys already moved forward on the topic.
No, it's fine. If you talk about something that
what movie did you want to talk about?
Big Lebowski.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love the Big Lebowski.
I'd say that's my all-time number one. So, when we talk
last night, I asked everyone a question.
Yeah.
I was like, what movie would you watch? Like, if it shows on TV, you're stopping everything and sitting down and watching it.
And that would be that. Yeah, that would be me.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Isaac said that too. Pulp Fiction is another one of those movies for me too. But Big Lebowski, because I remember even as a kid, would it be like on when Fox or whatever affiliates would show it on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, I'd always watch that movie, whatever was on TV. So.
I watch Shawshank Redemption at least once a year.
Yeah.
And I said A Few Good Men. Yeah. I love that movie.
Can't beat A Few Good Men either. I ordered the Red Ball, damn it.
You can't handle the truth.
Such a good, so many quotable lines in that movie.
Oh God, yeah. I haven't seen that. There's a great podcast called The Rewatchables. Bill Simmons, who used to write for ESPN and Grantland, Rat Race is pretty funny, and you're right, it is kind of underrated. Talladega Nights, hey, if you're not first, you're last.
You're last.
You're last. But the Rewatchables is really good. They talk about movies that no matter how you can watch it any numerous times, but the key to the Rewatchables is if it's something that's on TV, you're going to stop what you're doing to watch it. No matter where it is in the movie, you're going to watch it. So it's a great podcast. Bill Simmons, Chris Ryan, Sean Fennessy are fantastic. They have a whole bunch of rotating guests on there. Great podcast. It's one of my listens when I'm in the car driving. So let's talk about The Rock for a second. We're not going to talk about his in-ring stuff. We're going to talk about him being out of the ring. Apparently, according to reports, he has input on who possibly is going into the Hall of Fame this year. Now, we've already had 3 nominees. We've had Paul Heyman, Bo Nagano, and we have U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda, and Barry Windham. So the rumor around town is that Leia Maivia The Rock's grandmother, married to High Chief Pete Maivia, might be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Shane, your thoughts on Lia Maivia possibly becoming a WWE Hall of Fame?
This is the first I've actually now heard of that rumor.
Yeah.
And it's kind of mind blowing, like, because especially when there's really no reference to her at all or anything like that on, like, so, I mean, sure, okay, let's allow her to, yeah, just
Well,
sure, why not? Why not?
Well,
Why not
there's
at this
reason
point?
for her to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
the first.
you're not wrong. With the family ties, sure.
Not even the family ties.
Yeah.
She's the first woman to be the promoter of the Polynesian wrestling. She took over for High Chief Peter Maivia when he died. So
Yeah.
she was an active member of the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Was
It's
she
not
the one?
just
But she wasn't the one that was running it while Rock was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
yeah, she was.
Okay, see that? Yeah, I don't know that history. I do not know whatsoever. Yeah,
You gotta watch The Young Rock. That's all there is to it.
Well,
Gotta
'cause
watch
I-
The Young Rock.
They made it seem like it was The Rock's mother.
Yeah, they made it seem like it was. Yeah, no, it's his grandmother. Joe, what are your thoughts?
I mean, sure. I mean, it's like I look at Hall of Fames as telling the history of a sport.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, for a certain section of wrestling, she seems like she's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would it be great? Obviously, you're making The Rock happy, which is always a good thing for business.
Yeah.
And you're getting to honor his family. And, like, that's, like, the number one revolving thing in the WWE right now. So it makes sense. Capitalize on this, on the family bloodline.
Yeah, absolutely. Canada Dry.
Yeah, I find it interesting that it's kind of pandering to The Rock.
Yeah.
She's great and everything, but I don't like the pandering to The Rock.
Yeah.
It's but at the same time, you got Triple H inducting the U.S. Express, who had
His
such
personal
a
heroes. Yeah.
short run
Yeah.
as a tag team. Forgetting about Danny Spivey part of it. So these are getting wacky. And the interesting thing about it also is, I don't think Rock and Triple H like each other still.
Nah, I don't think they do either.
This is this weird schism where The Rock and Triple H are kind of having this power struggle, I think.
it's literally like an actual civil war right behind the just like the Captain American Civil War movie. Now we have the Rock and Triple H behind the scenes Civil War movie. Except though, Rock has now got more power than Triple H being part of the TKO board, which is probably, I would say, one step higher than where Triple H is.
The one thing I would say I'm happy about The Rock being in is because if Triple H had his way, he'd erase Bret Hart's whole legacy.
True.
Yeah.
So The Rock's there to make sure Bret's still part of everything. So
Well, that's what they said. Bret was one of the guys that stuck up for Rock back in the day when those guys used to pick on him. So,
it's time for Multi Corner with Alex Haney.
Yay!
Yeah.
How's it going, Alex?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So we were just talking about The Rock possibly protecting Bret Hart's legacy in WWE. I had a question for Alex. Where did Bret Hart come up with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be?
Well, if you believe Hogan, it was him, which is a complete lie.
Yeah.
Hogan said that he used it once, and Bret says, "Oh, that's a great catchphrase," and then all of a sudden he was using it. What a dick, you know.
Yeah.
But my understanding is it comes from a movie, a Robert Redford movie called The Natural.
Yeah.
So what was it? If anybody wants to check that out, what was it? It's a really good movie. So, but that's where the line comes from. I think the line in the movie is just the best there is and the best there was. You know, so
And then Brett added, ever will be.
I think so. Yeah, but a little creative. What do you call it? A little creative. What's the term?
License?
License. Yeah, that's it. What was it? What was it? But yeah, I believe that's where I believe that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. You know, lots of inspiration comes from various places. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but it was Muhammad Ali's whole gimmick, and he told everybody it wasn't him. It was Gorgeous George. You know, you seen Gorgeous George. You know, and he ripped off the whole float like a butterfly sting, like a bee thing. You know, but it became his. You know, so. And you can't really dispute that, and I'm sure there's many more. You know, what was it? About? I mean, Sasha Banks has got one. She says on an interview last night about the WWE. She says, "I'll be back."
One day she will be. I think so.
Yeah. Hope not.
What else do we got in the news, JP?
So we got our first official match for Dynasty, AEW newest pay-per-view. We are talking about Danielson versus Ospreay, most likely going to maybe be the main event, although I doubt it. I think there will be a championship match that will be the main event. Speaking of people coming to AEW, Mercedes Moné, we know she's eventually going to be in AEW. It will probably most likely happen on Wednesday. But she talked about her ankle injury as being legitimately a career-ending ankle injury. So that should be interesting to see if she still has her wheels, if she's going to be able to wrestle. So officially, two people no longer All Elite. Kevin Kelly, the announcer, no longer part of AEW, and Mike Santana, also not a part of
Great
AEW.
guitarist, by the way.
Was that?
Santana, brilliant guitarist. Terrible wrestler.
I mean, he wasn't a great wrestler, but he's really good. I thought he was pretty
He's better
decent.
than Ortiz.
No, God, yeah, anybody's better.
I think he was just making fun of the Santana name.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of LAX, so I was just sort of teasing, you know.
Yeah.
Really, what was it? It's difficult. I mean, if he wants that single run, I don't know where he's going to get it. He may get it in TNA. He's not going to get it in the WWE, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Pancake Man.
Pancake Man.
What's up, Tim?
Woo!
Yeah, speaking of Boston, who's from Boston? The Pancake Man's from Boston.
Yeah, he is.
What kind of pancakes have you been making today?
Chocolate. Let's go with orange creamsicle pancakes.
Orange creamsicle pancakes. That sounds freaking amazing.
Yeah, you come to Boston in your Boss Town. Yeah, with the elite, they can have something.
Oh, we'll get gather everyone around the round table.
Yeah.
And just mow down on some pancakes with Tim.
Yeah, especially delivery for Swerve and all those people that's coming to AEW too.
Whose house? Pancake Man's house. That's right.
Matt B loves pancakes, so
Who doesn't love pancakes?
So
Yeah.
Jack Perry made his official New Japan Pro Wrestling debut, and he is now a member of the House of Torture, which is a subsect of Bullet Club at some point. So, yeah.
Are they still a subsect of Bullet Club?
I don't know. You know what? Like, legitimately, there's like 7 mini factions.
You have
within
like,
Bullet
yeah, you
Club.
got what? You got Bullet Club, you got House of Torture, you got the War Dogs.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know what? It's probably, and then like the House of Torture, some of the members were pretty much LIJ members too. So
Yeah.
To be fair, the WWE is now regarded as part of the Brady Bunch universe. So, what was it called? So, I mean, the Bullet Club. I mean, there is no Bullet Club practically now are in the WWE. So, yeah.
I just wanted to get Pancake Man's thoughts on this because it's kind of crowded in here, so I want to get his thoughts so I can kick him out.
No pig. Yeah, that means no piggy for you.
I know. But so what I want to know from you, Pancake Man, is do you think that this angle by Jack Perry that he wants out of his AEW contract? Do you think it's just a story?
I think so. Does he have a title? No, that's Riddle. So like, I think he's gonna be better opportunities once. Like, just look at Matt Riddle and Ziggler when they got to WWE for their opportunities to get a title. I think they're gonna send him with Jack Perry in New Japan to get his title opportunity and foot in the company.
All right, Tim. Well, thanks for calling in. Keep those pancakes coming. You're the man.
Hell yeah. Flapjacks, baby. Flapjacks.
Flapjack, baby. That could be your finishing move. Flapjack, baby.
Yeah, flapjack, baby.
Yep.
I like it.
All right, we'll see you later, Tim.
Yeah, man.
See you, Tim. Just on the Jack Perry thing, for me, I said it last week and I'll say it again. What was it, EEW and the Bucks thing? This is their sort of NWO era. What was the story? This is exactly what they're doing with that. And Jack Perry is part of that group, 100%.
Oh, you think Jack Perry's going to be part of the Elite?
Yeah, because the Bucks technically weren't part of the Bullet Club. They were never really in. Kenny Omega was in the Bullet Club, but the Bucks weren't. They were sort of like hangers on,
They're that separate sort of faction, the Elite, that were kind of in the Bullet Club, but not really.
Yeah.
No, they were. They're just their own 3-man group.
Yeah. Well,
Once again, another subsect of Bullet Club was the Elite.
It's interesting.
Just like God is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting you bringing up the Elite. The last thing I want to talk about in the news is that Okada and the Jacksons as the new version of the Elite has been in motion for months.
Wow.
So it shows you that they had put all their eggs in a basket when it came to Okada. It should be noted that the rumor about how much money Okada is making, initially it was $14 million a year over 3 years, is not true. Dave Meltzer walked it back and said it's considerably lower.
Well, if Dave Meltzer says it's not true, it must not be true.
Yes, exactly.
It was reported actually the Tokyo, some sort of newspaper.
Tokyo Sport.
Yeah,
Tokyo Sport. It's about $4 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Okada doesn't really need it anyway because his wife is like more famous than he is.
Yeah.
She's like a super what was it, famous person in Japan. So, what was it called? She's what was it? I'm sure a wee bit of pocket change. But can I just say, what a terrible way to introduce Okada properly to the American market is to turn them heel. With two of the biggest idiots in wrestling. I mean, what's all that about?
I think it's great because I think that Okada, I think he would have a hard time getting over, and
I disagree.
Because I don't think as many people know who he is. So having him have the Bucks be his mouthpiece, I think it's great.
He's not going to have an opportunity. He's going to have stupid sort of like interference in his matches and things like that. He's not going to be able to have the Tokyo Dome matches in AEW with the Bucks hanging around because they're all about the whole angle is about being disruptive and destroying the momentum, and the reason why they've trademarked killing the business. I think it's a dumb idea. I really do.
I think Okada was due for a heel change. What better way to freaking change him heel when they brought him into the AEW market with the Young Bucks. Yeah. He's been long overdue. These two, like, honestly, him being this Rainmaker, the golden, it's gotten lame. This is refreshing from watching Okada.
How can you say it's lame? Nobody, bar us in the wrestling community, know who Okada is. Right, yeah.
AEW fan group knows who Okada is.
But you also got to remember Impact too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Impact was horrible.
Yeah. ROH too, because the original ROH market, not the newer market with their original Worlds Collide and stuff for that.
Yeah.
all the OG EW fan base, you know, it's the same people. For me, what was it called? I mean, if anything, it just blows my mind that they're bringing a guy in like that and they're putting him with. I mean, I know they're friends, right? Yeah, like I'm speaking from a sort of opinion, you know. And I know some people look at stuff I say as negative, but just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's negative. It's an opinion, you know. And for me, what was it? It's a dumb idea. I don't know how. Particularly considering what was it? What the young Bucks has got just now is bad heat. They've not even got good heat. You know, they're just disliked. There's a disdain for them. You know,
I don't agree with you. I think that that this is the best Young Bucks we've ever gotten.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolute trash. You're both idiots. Sorry.
I think, and also,
I also agree with those guys too.
yeah, I think
Well, we
evil.
established last week you were an idiot, so it doesn't really matter. So
Yeah, I mean, the Young Bucks being heel is nothing new. They were heels in New Japan. Them being evil heels is brilliant, and
Corporate heels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What-
art. It's
how
art
is it evil?
imitating life, because I think that they're real douchey in real life, and they decided to amp it up to 10 while they're doing this.
I'll put my opinion on the line and say that this won't succeed and it will have a detrimental effect, a detrimental impact on EEW. But considering you've just brought in Will Ospreay, yeah. What was it called? You're bringing in Mercedes Moné, and you're bringing in Okada all in the space of a couple of weeks. I mean, if you go and look at what Ospreay says, his EEW tour is nearly finished. I mean, what? I mean, is he joking? You know, you know. What was it? It's I think. What was it? They need to get back to. What was it? We've seen all this. There's this storyline stuff before. You know, it's going to get compared to stuff that's been done. Do something different. You know, why not?
You know what? It's so hard to do something.
Why not try and actually have a good wrestling match for once? You know, that's my opinion.
Let's move up the Young Bucks because
you've got me riled up now. You've got me riled up. Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking. Okay, you may continue. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you for permission.
That's our news. Let's get to the main event.
We'll see you.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Woo! Before we get started, let's talk about Prime. For those who don't know, Prime is this drink, if you will, brought to you by Logan Paul and KSI, co-founders of Prime. We've all, except for JFB, because apparently they're not selling it where I live.
He just downed the one.
So
you just downed the energy drink.
Let's do a taste test. Canada Dry.
Okay, so what did you think of the energy drink?
Compared to actual other energy drinks, it did have a weird tingy taste to it, like kind of like a Monster, but not quite as overpowering as a Monster. So
is this sugar free or what is this?
Well, this is the original one. Yeah, I don't see anything about sugar on there. Yeah, but it's got a whole bunch of other stuff you can't like names.
Well, you're gonna have that anyways. So
yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. Drink? It's not horrible, but it's not something I'm going to go out and buy again.
So you wouldn't buy it again? You wouldn't? Would you recommend it or no?
No.
Matt B, sorry, you have to be this tall to wrestle Canada Dry.
Yeah. Exactly. Joe, what are your thoughts on the drink?
So I've never tried this one, so I'm gonna take a sip real quick.
Okay.
Okay, what flavor do you have?
Oh, this is Meta Moon. It's like a combination of like blue raspberry, cotton candy, and something else.
All right, so what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't like coconut water, so it's like I automatically don't like it because that's what Prime is made with.
Yeah.
And this is super sugary,
Yeah.
but I mean, it tastes very sweet. There's only 2 grams of sugar, but whatever they're making it with is overbearingly sweet.
Maybe some stevia in there or something.
So, I don't know what they put in there.
Yeah, you can't even read half the ingredients.
It's,
All right, I've
it's,
got
the
the
tears,
ice
it's
pop.
the tears of small children. That's what makes it so sweet.
All right, we get the ice pop. That is nasty.
I'll try the Austin Matthews. I think it says blue raspberry, but I think it's not just a regular brew.
So this is Austin Matthews balls.
All
of the Toronto
throw
Maple
it.
Leafs.
Yeah.
How do Austin Matthews balls taste?
Yeah, it's real. I don't even know how to put. It's definitely not a sports drink that I'm used to. I drink BioSteel all the time, and it's too sweet. It's really, yeah. He's got sweet balls. He's got sweet blue balls.
Well, Dallas, just so you know, check out Austin Matthews. He's got sweet balls.
But for this so-called blueberry-ish drink, I don't taste, or no, raspberry. Yeah, raspberry. I don't really taste the raspberry.
All right, so I don't know if this is the same one that you
No, I
have.
think that's blueberry. That should be blueberry.
This is blue raspberry as well.
Oh, it's blueberry. Oh, fuck.
So it's not Austin Matthews balls. If you don't know who Austin Matthews is, he's a player for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a little bit better than the ice pop, but
These are drinks that are very much geared towards kids because they're really sweet.
Yeah.
I can see like these would be really helpful if you were doing some sporting events and you needed to hydrate and get some energy going. But give me Powerade, give me Gatorade.
Give me the like Powerade, Gatorade, like the Smart Water, like the flavored waters.
Myself, I'm a BioSteel guy. I'll buy BioSteel in the powder, and I love that. That's
Tiffany says,
BioSteel.
well, I guess I'm a kid. This is a woman that drinks Mountain Dew on the regular. So this is nothing like.
Oof.
She likes the sweet stuff. So.
Ugh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to wash that Prime down with a beer.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
I don't blame him. Maybe I don't buy it.
Well, if you bought, I want to get your thoughts on it.
I'm gonna try it.
What flavor did you get, JFB?
I got the pop, the ice pop one. So
maybe it's better frozen in an actual ice pop.
I don't know. We'll find out.
You can't even freeze these, can you? Because
We'll find out on Wednesday when I debut my taste test. Mountain Dew is life. I mean, I can't.
Do they have a Mountain Dew Zero? Because I don't think that it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, they do have a Mountain Dew Zero.
I'd like to know, Tiffany, have you tried the Mountain Dew Zero?
Let's see. Coach says it's a sports drink or an energy drink.
It's both.
It's both.
He's got the energy drink and the sports drink.
All right, so let's get to our main event, guys. We're going to talk about the round table. I have discussion points. We're going to talk Everybody will get a chance to speak. I will distribute points accordingly. At the end of the show, we will tally up the points and see who our roundtable winner is. My first question is this. With it becoming apparent that AEW is going to be going to an every month pay-per-view model, because let's face it, that's kind of where they're going. Will this lead to fewer buys with no streaming set? And what pay-per-view will be their so-called WrestleMania? I'm going to go Canada Dry first.
I think that overall they're just going to make more money.
Yeah.
I think that they're not quite there with the once a month. They're like once every month and a half. I think they're just like including the Ring of Honor. It's still only 9.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, I don't see those Ring of Honors doing well, but I think all the others will help them get everything out there. I think it's the streaming deal is key to this, and I think that's what's going to sell everything. I think All In will be their WrestleMania.
Yeah, All In. All right, let's go to Shane. Shane, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, the All In being the original well before AEW was an actual thing. Being the original well before AEW was an actual man, we gotta get rid of that echo for a second. Anyway, so the All In like that should be the WrestleMania, but the problem is it's not a show that's going to a town, city to city every year. If it's only going to be at the UK, right? It's hard to make that the WrestleMania when it's only going to be at one location, unless they eventually change it. Like, I honestly think their first one should be at, like, if they're going to do a traveling style WrestleMania, like the first one probably should be at like Jacksonville out of that stadium, or one of the big or somewhere in LA out of one of the LA football stadium or California football stadiums or something along that line. So
can I just sorry to jump in, but was just when you were talking about this, being at All In last year, when Tony, I might even have a video of it. I'll try and find it on my phone, but basically Tony said that their big events are going to be the All In, All Out events. So I think long term, what you're going to get is you're going to get the one in because he basically says that he plans to use the holiday weekends in both the US and the UK. So Wembley's, I believe, is fixed for the next 4 or 5 years. You know, whether or not they use it or not, it is another matter. But basically, Tony says his intention is, everybody in August will look forward to All In and All Out. So it would make sense that would be their WrestleMania. Fortnight, shall we say? You know, the two events are tie in with each other. They do the bit in Europe, and then they do the bit whatever city they go. That was what Tony sort of said. I
would love it for them to tie them in together.
Yeah,
like to
night
be
one, night 1 and night 2. Yeah,
that's
what. It doesn't matter that they're a couple weeks apart. Just be like, All In should set something up for All Out.
No, yeah. You know what? Night 1, night 2. This is their version of night 1, night. Because don't forget, long before WWE did that with WrestleMania, New Japan was doing that. Started doing that with the
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom, yeah. So, what you call it? They're going to do the month-to-month
night Wrestle Kingdom. So,
yeah. But actually, so what I was going to actually try to finish up though, if they're going to do these month-to-month pay-per-views, they really need a streaming service, because especially Canadian market, $50 a pop. It's
40. It's 40.
What? I thought it was.
It's 50 here in the States.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought
it's $39.99.
I swear it was $49.99 on TELUS Optic.
Yeah, don't order from them. Order from Fight.
Or Thriller.
No, but you know what? Because I usually PVR the pay-per-views too, so I could go back and watch it.
Well, no, if you order a fight, you can watch it over and over again.
I'll be damned.
You've been spending too much money.
Let's go to EVP Joe. Joe, your thoughts, my friend?
So I don't think it's going to hurt like the buys because AEW seems to have a very built-in, very loyal fan base. What I think this is going to do, honestly, is I think this is just an easier way to build up a library to sell to a streaming service. I think that's what this is leading to. And I don't obviously All In, All Out is their WrestleMania moment, but I think they should really make their original big one. So you have All In, All Out, Double or Nothing, Full Gear, and Revolution should be the 5 that they really focus on to make their big throughout the year spectacles.
There's SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. No, you're right there. I agree. I fully agree with that.
I disagree with you, Shane. I think it was for me longevity that is caused huge issues for the WWE having the 4 big pay-per-views because nobody gives a shit about what happens in between them. I think what Tony's done is trying to build a reputation for each pay-per-view, and he's added one each year. So there's this. You know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get at Double or Nothing. You know what you're going to get at Revolution. We know what we're going to get at All In. We know what we're going to get at Forbidden Door, All Out. It's a bit. He's playing the long game. People seem to think that Tony. I mean, and I know we joke about it. Tony's a very good businessman. What was it called? And everybody talks about. What was it? He's got his daddy's money and blah de blah de blah. Tony's got successful businesses. He's got a sports analytic company which is making millions. That you just
don't forget about TonyBet.net.
and all the sports teams. He's got so many sports teams under his belt. Not just his dad. He's got literally with the ties with soccer and all that crap too.
Exactly, and he's looking at a cricket team now as well. So what was him and his father have even tried to buy Wembley, I think twice now, and it's nearly happened, and I think it will eventually because what was it? The Jaguars come over here for the NFL in the last 3 years. The money that the NFL is making off that one Wembley event is enormous. You've no idea how popular that is as well. If you don't follow that, we see it over here in the news. I don't know if it translates to over there, but it's a big deal. It brings in a lot of money to London every year.
It's an exhibition game, or is that regular season?
Regular season.
It's regular season.
Yeah, because that's going to make way more money than an exhibition game.
Yeah, exactly. So I know I joke about a lot in the chat and things like that. To me, Tony's got a short-term plan and a long-term plan. And the short-term plan.
I like the adding one new pay-per-view a year, and this year it's Dynasty.
Yeah. What was it called? He's very savvy with it because the WWE pay-per-views don't mean anything apart from the big 4. You could argue 3 of them now because Survivor Series became a sort of an embarrassment for a long time for Vince. He hated the concept. He didn't want that to be a big one because he knew Royal Rumble was just round the corner. But you knew the problem with the Survivor Series was as soon as Survivor Series finished, you knew there was no point in watching the WWE for 4 weeks until they started to run into the Royal Rumble because that was them winding up the year, and they were just home, just sort of phoning it in at that point. And I think what they've got is I think what Tony's got is quite respectable. He's built a good category of pay-per-views. They've all got a purpose behind them. If you think of each one, they've got a significant moment you can remember, and that's quite.
Elimination Chamber has become very, very, very important.
Yeah.
Like you got WrestleMania, you got SummerSlam, you got Royal Rumble, and you got WrestleMania. Those are the key ones right there.
Yeah.
But But then, like Elimination Chamber is kind of just the gimmick one, like Hell in a Cell, right?
Well, no, because you get a title. Someone's going to WrestleMania with this. So
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
They
point.
don't
Yeah.
need to do it. They just want to do it. They could just.
Yeah.
I mean, for
and
me,
I gotta say that last Elimination Chamber, you only had a couple matches other than those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two chamber. It was entertaining, the whole thing.
Let's go to our second question. I'm going to give Canada Dry 10 points. Everybody else gets 14 bananas. And
Wait,
a very angry spider monkey.
Who gets the spider monkey?
All four. The rest of you guys, yeah. You get 10 points. You're in the clear.
Okay.
Everybody else gets an angry spider monkey.
But see, we have bananas to quell the spider monkey.
Oh, no.
Canada Dry doesn't.
He has the taste of human flesh. I'm just
I still have bananas to throw at him. Canada Dry ain't got nothing.
yeah.
Well, I don't have a monkey coming after me.
Yeah, he
so-
doesn't have
Yes,
a
you
monkey.
do.
No, just the Canada Dry's got 10 points. Everybody else gets
I'm
bananas and
throwing my monkey at him then.
my second question. What is everybody's thoughts on Paul Heyman being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? Who do you think should actually induct him into the Hall of Fame? And I want you guys to name one person from ECW that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm going to go with Alex Haney first. Alex.
For me, it's going to be Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
What was it? I mean, nobody else really. What was it? If you think about it, what was it? I mean, hopefully, he doesn't try and kill him this time. If he does do it, what was it called? What was it? I don't know if you've ever seen that interview with that story with Tommy Dreamer, where he basically says that he was on his way to kill Paul because of everything that he'd sort of done, but it was a sort of he refers to it as a sort of brotherly love sort of thing, but to me, Tommy Dreamer is the guy that's going to induct Paul Heyman.
Okay. Let's go with Shane.
Well, he stole that one for me. So and we're supposed to pick a different person, right? So then I'd say Tommy Dreamer, but then if you're not going to go Tommy Dreamer, then Bubba Ray, because then Bubba Ray would probably been as much as tied in with ECW behind the scenes as almost as much as Tommy Dreamer, because he used to be part of the roundtable meetings at restaurants and stuff like that too. So
okay, let's go with EVP.
Okay, so I've already spoken on my thoughts about this, but it makes all this sense in the world. WrestleMania is in Philly, the home of ECW. You got to have that presence at the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But who I think? These two have stolen the two ideas I was going to say. So I'm going to go with. You know what? I'm going to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think he could tell some good stories.
Dangerous Alliance. Yeah.
And an ECW talent that should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, there's a lot, but I think of the feasible ones, I'd have to go. I don't even know, to be honest. If all the obvious ones aren't I would say Taz, but he's in AEW. That's not happening.
Yeah.
RVD's in trouble with WWE because he's wrestling for
RVD's
AEW.
not in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
RVD's not already in.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, didn't he go in last couple of years ago?
Did he? I don't pay attention. I don't know.
I can't remember.
He's also got a Legends contract with WWE, so I wouldn't look too much into some of the stuff that's said on the internet, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with. Let's go with Rhino. I think he'd be a good inductee into the Hall of Fame.
That's actually not a bad idea. That's a good one. All right, Canada Dry, your turn, my friend.
I'm gonna go with who should induct him.
Yeah.
I think. Geez. Eric Bischoff. I think it'd just be funny.
Rob Van Dam is actually in the Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2021.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Okay.
That's what I
and
thought.
He's
Yeah,
also in,
I thought.
also in WWE 2K24. He's actually in the new game as well.
And the ECW talent, I would put in the Hall of Fame, Chris Jericho.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he had a brief run in
He's not even an ECW
In
guy.
there.
Really. He was there for like half
No,
a second.
but I think that the best thing for Chris Jericho right now would be to go back to WWE.
Yeah.
Because he's so stale right now. People are sick of him, and I think WWE fans would embrace him again.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna go with actually best like ECW Hall to put in the Hall of Fame and not somebody that's tied with Heyman for like say behind the scenes and stuff. I'd go Steve Carino.
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good pick.
Oh, I'm changing
Yeah.
my Chris Jericho one. Actually, I'm changing it to Lance Storm.
Yeah, dude, that's another one of my all-time ECW favorites. Like
He-
Steve
he
Carino,
was here-
Lance Storm are like this for me, man. Yeah.
I'll go with Mickey Whipwreck then because he's a former Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing talent, and I know from what I've read about him, he suffers from social anxiety, things like that as well. Game.
Yes.
You got a
Lance
t-shirt?
Storm.
Sign
Even
too.
Joe looks like he works at GameStop.
What Lance Storm works at GameStop?
No, EVP Joe does.
All right, here's mine. I will say this. I think the person who should induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame should be Sandman. I want him to come out smoking a cigarette, passing a beer over his head with a kendo stick
While playing the music.
The person I would love to see inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame from ECW is Raven.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
he's one of my favorites too.
You
know what?
Raven?
I will tell you.
Raven's a guy that I love from every ECW, WCW, even when he got kind of semi-buried at WWE, he still made the best of his WWE run too. So
He was good in
and Scotty
TNA.
Firmino.
Yeah, he was great
Yeah.
in TNA.
Raven, one of the all-time underrated wrestlers in the world.
I'll tell you what. For as much flack as ECW gets, Paul Heyman did really good character development and good stories with a lot of guys in ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else would be a good choice? Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
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 But Canada
Well,
Dry,
I
I don't know
mean,
if
if
you
you're
know.
going to go Mike Austin, you got to mention Masato Tanaka. They had a legendary
Yeah.
Oh,
feud
And-
in ECW.
He just did a match a few days ago, but in Canada Dry, I don't know if you know this. Raven's got a lot of Vancouver ties. He used to be in the actual original All-Star Wrestling a lot and stuff
cool.
like that.
Like just before
Yeah.
it shut down with Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly that era. Yeah, that's exactly what era.
Have you ever listened to any of his podcasts? That man's brain for wrestling is just insane. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
Yeah.
he just gets it. He's just his mind for wrestling is just absolutely amazing to listen to. You know,
Yeah.
it's sick.
And I don't know if you guys know they were going to have Raven be Natalia Markova's manager for a while.
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
That would have
they,
been awesome.
That would
yeah,
have been
they-
interesting.
but I guess Raven didn't want to stick around or something. fell through.
You know this. You know the story. The story goes that when WCW went bust and Raven turned up, Vince didn't know, and he was like, "What the fuck
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing here?"
Yeah, they said what was his name? Polo? Johnny Polo?
Johnny Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
who
know,
the hell let Johnny Polo in here?
but he was the original Vince Russo, and you know that's who Vince wanted to sort of, you know, that was his sort of errand boy for a long time until he realised that he was just going to be that guy in the back, and he wanted that opportunity, you know. So it was an amazing talent, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots you could go with as well. Lots of managers as well. You get Missy Hyatt and things like that. You've got Nancy Benoit would say, you know.
Beulah.
Sorry.
Beulah McGillic. Was it Beulah? What was her
Yeah.
last name?
McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy, yeah.
Was
Oh,
it
Michael
Don Marie.
McGillicuddy's sister.
Man, Don Marie with the Impact players was hot.
Yeah, the big Impact players was
Oh yeah, Justin Incredible.
Yep.
the Lance Storm.
That's not just the coolest. That's not just the best. That's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
I'm from Calgary,
Can we not,
Alberta. Canada.
Can we not salute Missy Hyatt? What was it for a story about Sandman? He was so uncomfortable about it, so she shagged him. So it was just to make him feel.
Poor girl.
All right, everybody is going to get a bloody kendo stick and a pack of Marlboros.
Nice.
That's your point system right there. So
Perfect.
Got plenty of stuff to fight off this spider monkey.
the monkey be smoking a cigarette in no time.
Just a curious question: is it 10-pack or a 20-pack?
10-pack.
Okay.
All right. JP ain't made of money.
So I got a question for you guys, and it's this. I want you to elaborate on what will Sting's legacy mean to you now that he is officially retired? And I say that because wrestlers don't retire until they're dead. And even then, they'll still find a way to wrestle. So, Canada Dry, you go first. What does Sting's legacy mean to you?
Right.
What? Sting's legacy. To me, he is he's a guy that made the most of his talent.
Yeah,
like he's not the best wrestler at all, but he made every inch of it count. And he rode that thing until the wheels fell off. And you gotta salute that guy. Just like it's really cool that he got to do this for so long. Like him and Flair's matches, legendary. I think they're tied together forever. So it's pretty damn cool, and it's a staple of professional wrestling forever.
All right, Alex, your thoughts?
For me, Sting is the original part-time. I'm all joking, Joe. to me, I mean, I know everybody goes on about like the Crow Sting and things like that. To me, when I was first introduced to Sting, it was the Surfer Sting. That's who Sting is to me. You know, that's where all the amazing matches are. You know, everybody talks about the run he had in Nitro. That was all more story based, character based, which was fantastic as well. But again, you know, I love wrestling as a form of art. He had a great run in TNA, and obviously he's running AEW. But to me, Sting's legacy is that original face paint. You know, him and contrasting between him and Warrior. You know, they were growing up as a kid. They were the two you sort of were the cool wrestlers to look at when they were finally sort of introduced over here in the UK.
Okay, let's go to Shane.
You know what? I'm a fan of the man, what he's done over the years, but yeah, definitely not the greatest wrestler of all time, but just the mystique of all his transitions over the years is what, just like the progression of Undertaker over the years to back and forth different characters and stuff like that. But
that's
the funny thing about
Taker was terrible to begin with. Go watch a Taker match; it's absolutely horrible at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, sorry.
Yeah, no worry. Shit, stop. What was I going to say? Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. So just actually literally read the quote of Sting the other day. He said in an interview, it's funny how he did the whole Crow mystique when he switched to that. And he's like, I've never even actually watched like the entire movie or anything like that. It's like completely ripped off the character almost at that point or whatever. So, but either way, like the character mystique, he does have a nice legacy, but yeah, he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest technical wrestler at all times. So,
yeah, Mr. EVP Joe.
I mean, I've said it before. My favorite wrestler. He's the reason I'm into wrestling. I was a WCW guy over a WWE guy. He was the epitome of just cool charisma. being like, and then the biggest, but I think that his biggest legacy, and as much as I shit on Eddie Kingston, he after the pay-per-view, AEW released a video, and he speaks, I would imagine, a lot of truth, but Sting is the reason why a lot of people that we love now are wrestling today.
Saw that video. Yeah,
That's
you're right.
probably his
You're right.
biggest contribution to his legacy is who he's inspired.
Yeah.
And like you said, the fact that he's like him, just like The Undertaker, are loyal, even if it's to a fault. They are loyal to their respective brands.
Oh, for sure. That's a good point.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's ask Tiffany what her thoughts on.
I came here to say that I was a late in life Sting fan because I did not grow up on Sting.
Yeah.
But when he came to the WWE, I did take a dive into his old matches and I enjoyed a lot of them. And it's probably one of my biggest regrets as a wrestling fan. A lot of people don't understand, but I'm just a different person whenever it comes to like change and stuff like that. Whenever I was a kid, I just wanted the same thing all the time, just WWF, I mean, at the time, but and I didn't want to have anything to do with WCW or ECW or anything else but WWE. So yeah,
Which explains a lot.
You're missing out, especially when ECW came to Canadian Airways. I was so I would loved it from day one.
I was looking last night. I forgot about this. That Mike Rotunda was VK
Wall Street.
Wall Street. I forgot about that character.
Yeah.
He was playing Vince McMahon sort of guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I posted it in the chat as well, but I've forgotten about it. It's Booker T with the Sting face on the Sting attire in WCW. It's the most ridiculous but amazing thing.
That was on a Thunder too of all freaking shows.
Yeah.
It's funny. Right before you posted in the chat, I literally saw that clip like an hour. We must have probably saw it from the same source. I saw that clip like an hour prior before you popped that into the chat.
Was that before Booker T had the dreads?
That was when he shaved out. That was like during his whole like. And then he had I think he was wearing the GI Joe.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Sting. I grew up watching NWA as well as WWE, WWF at that time, and Sting was the embodiment. He was the face of WCW. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Flair bounced back and forth. Dusty bounced back and forth. Guys came in, guys left, but the constant was always Sting. I am honored to have seen a pretty decent amount of his career, and it's really touching. I'm going to give everybody wins a anatomically correct Sting doll.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is this an early Sting doll or a late Sting doll? First,
early Sting doll.
So does it come with the steroids he talked about?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it's anatomically correct. It's got his stinger on there.
So no baseball bat then.
Yeah, no baseball bat. Just an anatomically correct Sting doll. All right, let's go to our next one.
Does it come with a PP or not a PP?
Yeah, he's got a stinger.
Yeah,
anatomically correct.
Yeah, a little stinger with the big stinger. So Jay Cargill obviously wrestles for WWE. It was a big signing for them. They made a big hoodoo about it. So my question is with Jay Cargill not being in a WWE ring pretty much at all, is this hurting her and her character, or is it building up the mystique? Canada Dry go first.
I think it's building up the mystique because what a better debut than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Especially if they book her against Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think it's going to be huge for her, and then she's going to take off from there.
Okay, let's go to Luna Tiff.
I think she needed to not be on TV for a while. I still think that she needs to grow
Yeah.
And I don't think she needs to debut at WrestleMania. I think she should debut at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
uh, if anything, or the Mania after NXT or something.
Yeah. Let's go to Alex.
NXT after Mania, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You and your damn NXT pushing everyone to NXT. Get down to NXT. Get down to NXT.
Because
You go to NXT. You go to NXT.
It's a good place, Aaron.
Everyone goes to NXT.
But yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I have some bad news for you.
What's that?
You're going to NXT.
Damn it. Officially resign. No longer wrestling, damn it. Let's go to Haney.
It's okay. We need a new guy. We've got a gimmick. What it was is he was part of a plane heist. It's based on DB Cooper, and you're the man for the
DB Cooper.
What was it called? It's an interesting one because what was it? Obviously, just you may or may not know, but as it was sort of put on sort of online, what was it? When Jade signed for WWE, and mother was also fighting cancer, and sadly she passed.
Yeah.
So I think that's played a big part on what was going to happen with her. You know, I mean, that obviously a heartbreaking thing. You know, what was the last thing in our minds? Probably wrestling. You know, but I think the Royal Rumble appearance, I think it was just a little glimpse. I think they do need to continue the mystique of it. I think what didn't help the situation is guys like Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer coming out and saying, "Oh, WWE, I've realised and I've lost sort of interest in her now, and it's not going to plan," you know. But obviously there was the story came out about our mother afterwards.
Hey, how shitty is that as a wrestler to hear all these people saying this about you?
I can only imagine. I mean, I can only imagine it's the impact that has on your mental health. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think.
I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Me having a laugh and a joke about like the Young Bucks and things like that. But never would. That's me as a sort of like being a fan. You know, just having fun. You know, but as people to be trolling and what was it, calling them names, or what was it called, body shaming or whatever it is, that's just the lowest of the low, and it's just absolutely the scum of the earth do that, you know. And what was it, I just think it's sort of, that's why I've sort of got an affinity for Eva Marie, because I've seen the abuse that women got online, you know.
That's cool. That's a good way. Like, I appreciate that.
And I hate that sort of thing. At the end of the day, they're doing it. Eva Marie was doing it. The Young Bucks are doing it. They're all doing it. We aren't. So who are we to criticise? Really, you know. And sincerely, yeah.
Good point.
All right, let's go.
You know what, Alex? You got a little less salty for that.
Yeah, you did. You're losing your edge. Let's go to Steve.
He just literally stole the like blew the wind off my sails, because what I'm gonna feel like a dick to say what now I'm gonna say. Seriously, I had something prepared after he says about all this stuff. Like, now I'm gonna be a bully and all this. Honestly,
right. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay, so I honestly do not think Jade was that great to begin with from her AEW days. Not saying she's the worst. I'm not saying she's Goldberg, but so, and then the whole mystique to keep her for WrestleMania, it's like this could go terribly wrong. Look what happened with Fandango versus Chris Jericho. That was Fandango's debut to everybody, and then it's like, so
that was WWE's fault, not Fandango's.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I'm. But if Jade has a terrible stinker match for her WrestleMania debut, this could absolutely just destroy her and It doesn't matter
I,
who
I don't
they
think I don't think she'll have a horrible match. If she's wrestling Belair,
Well,
yeah,
Belair has sometimes had some stinker matches too herself, even with good people. So that's where this could get very, very hairy and dangerous for Jade's build up and start if her WrestleMania debut goes terribly south. So,
But this is the difference between. I mean, this what was it? Us as wrestling fans, and I know I sort of say that the WWE didn't sign Jane for a wrestler, but she's probably one. She looks like she was chiseled out of stone specifically to be a wrestler. You're right, yeah. So
yeah.
she doesn't need to be good. And I'll give you an example. Ronda Rousey, her first match was phenomenal, but they had Angle and Triple H in the ring, making it look amazing. And that's what we'll do with Jade,
oh, you think they'll put her in a tag match?
Some of the girls can work. It doesn't need to be a tag match. Some of the girls can work,
and I think Belair is a fantastic wrestler, and I think she's the perfect person to wrestle Jade.
I would highly recommend, if you've never been to a WWE live show, go to a WWE live show and watch the women wrestle. Right? Yeah, it's phenomenal. Yeah. They're not allowed to do it on television, and that's not just on them. And the wrestling. That's on the fact that there's still this sort of weird sort of thing about women violence that's not politically correct, and that's one of the reasons as well why AEW haven't got too many women matches on the television, because it's that thing between being a TV-13 to being a mature television show.
Luna, I'm gonna take you off because I want to bring someone else in. It's getting crowded in here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Elbow room.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll shush as well. I know I'm talking too much.
What's up, everybody? Man, I'm doing good. I just wanted to chime in and stuff and tell y'all about how I feel about Jade Cargill and stuff. I mean, I know I said something about in the comments, but I just want to make sure to let know that Jade Cargill, she's a good, physical specimen. There ain't nobody denying her that. She'd had a real good run with Tony Khan with his booking of her being strong and dominant. But let's just face the facts. She is green and stuff, man, inside the ring. Even though she looks, man, like a black Xena, she still wrestles like Jane, and she probably would need some help as far as being in a tag team or something like that. So if she's gonna be if she ain't gonna be in NXT, where I feel like she should have been, that way she would grow like the rest of the upstarts. She needs to be in a tag team, probably with somebody like Bianca or something. That's just my opinion.
Agree. I fully agree.
Let's go to EVP Joe.
So, can you please state your initial question for me?
So with Jade Cargill not on television, well, not really being in the ring, does it hurt her brand and her character, or do you think it builds on the mystique?
So I don't think it hurts her brand or character because she doesn't have a brand or character right now. We don't know anything about. Look, I am not been shy. I don't like Jade Cargill. I don't think she's a good wrestler. I hated watching her matches in AEW. Because it was literally punch, no sell. Let me hit my finisher, go home.
Yeah. Okay.
Is she good looking? She's absolutely easy on the eyes. I give that. I think she needs to go to NXT because I've said ever since she was in AEW, it's like NXT is the place for her because WWE is more about physical presentation than the wrestling.
Yeah.
And take Maxine with her because she shouldn't have been wrestling in the first place. I thought she was going to be a valet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but at least she's trying. I mean, I'm willing to give Jade the benefit of the doubt to try, but WWE has to do something with her first.
Yeah.
But it can come both ways, though. For me, it sounds like AEW was the stepping stone to WWE where she wanted to go, but her ultimate goal is Hollywood. So she's not.
Yeah, I don't think she cares about wrestling too much.
No. And that's why she's a better fit. I mean, I say that's why she's a better fit for WWE because she doesn't need to be a good wrestler. They can push her to get the title, and when the fans turn, which will happen because they always do, they always get behind somebody and then they pull it back.
Yeah.
What was it? Then they've got that pound of flesh, and that sounds like a terrible thing to say, but that's what. WWE knows what she's capable of, and she knows that she's not intending to be there in 5-10 years' time. She wants to go do movies, so and she probably will because of the way she looks. So I don't know if she can act, but
Okay. All right, everybody gets, you know what? Everybody's going to get a year's supply of monkey wax. That's right, because if you got a monkey, you got to wax the monkey to make him look shiny.
That sounds like something you shouldn't. I don't want to wax my monkey on the podcast.
Hey,
I don't
one quick
Never
thing.
require you to have a monkey to wax, sir.
How dare you question about the size of my monkey?
One thing about Jade. Name one memorable match Jade and Cargill's had in the AEW.
The one that Chris Statlander took the belt off.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
No, yeah, actually, you know what?
That's like the same question you were asked about Jinder Mahal's matchup. His last match with AJ Styles when he lost his title.
Actually, you know what? I correct that. The best match was her last match against Chris Statlander. That was a banger.
Yeah. But Chris kind of carried it too.
Well,
but that's
Chris
again, that's all you need. You just need somebody to carry that match and tell that story. Sometimes that's what wrestling is, you know.
Yeah, someone has to carry it.
The whole 80s was that, you know. Apart from little sporadic fights like Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage, you know, and that in the WWE. Go look at the WWE matches. They were push and shove, really. What was it? I mean, I'm a big fan of Piper, but you've got to really go back to sort of the late 70s, early 80s to see how he could actually wrestle. He just went to the WWE and he didn't do that same style. You know, he was a different sort of cut there, you know. So
if you look at Bret Hart and British Bulldog, Bret carried that whole match.
Yeah.
And it's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah.
It was definitely on Bret though too, and unless it's grand, it was one of the best matches.
Or the Bulldogs. Go watch the Bulldogs in New Japan. If they had that match in the WWE against like the Rockers, you know, they've been Marty and what was it? Sean wouldn't have walked out the place, you know, because it was so physical, you know, you know, it's just different sort of thing, you know, and all you need is that one guy that can make you look good, you know. We've been sort of we've been so lucky in the past sort of decade to have so many great wrestlers. If you look through the years, you usually get a couple of generational talents. Now we've got about 20 of them, which is absolutely amazing, you know. And it all started with Owen Hart. I'm giving Owen Hart. He's the father of modern wrestling, whether I like it or not. Sorry.
I think you're totally correct. I mean, you know, the problem is she didn't pay her dues. She's got an incredible look, an incredible body. They threw her. She's basically Goldberg. She's got a look.
Yeah.
Well, she's better than Goldberg, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's way better than Goldberg. But, I mean, the problem is that, you know, Goldberg didn't pay his dues either. I mean, they took him right from the power plant, right into WCW, right into the ring, and gave him a freaking run. And they did the same thing with Jade, you know?
Yeah.
So
check another example. I mean, Joni, as a person, one of the loveliest people, you know, she could have been in the wrestling business, but she wasn't. China was not a great wrestler. I don't care what anybody says, you know, she was awful as a wrestler. It was just her look, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way because she
I think she's more Goldberg than
Goldberg.
Jade is. I'm not Goldberg, but
all right, guys, that is the end of our show. We have a winner. It's going to be Alex Haney. Alex, you're our winner. You're going to win.
I got 10 points. They got monkeys and wax. How did
but you know, he's salty, and you know he's been not so salty this afternoon. So
he can have it. He can have it.
Yeah,
you win.
He stole everybody's steam, especially when she starts talking about how people were mean and stuff like that. I was like, well, and then I'm like, yeah, of course he's gonna win when you steal everybody's steam all the time. God damn.
Yeah.
Now I'm being salty.
You want to support the show? Multiple ways to do it. You can go ahead and write us a big fat money check. BigShinyMatrix@hotmail.com sends you directly to our PayPal. You can go ahead and sign up for tiers on YouTube. Also, you can make a comment on YouTube. Leave us a buck or two. Where does it go? Server fees, getting guests, Canada Dry habit. You know, I mean, this guy guzzles down like 2 liters like there's no tomorrow. But we got to keep.
It's Canada Dry Zero, just so you know.
Yeah. Canada Dry Zero and no Prime. We've decided we're not
the Prime. You guys have see the cans of bottles of Prime. You have just drank a small fortune because over here in the UK,
they're still full. I don't know what to do with this. It's like monkey pee now.
Yeah. some of the bottles are like worth like 20-30 pounds. You know, some of the brands, the specific ones. It's just insane. Anyways.
So, if you want to support the show in another way, you can go ahead and show the world how much you love our show. Like, say, the All Effin' Wrestling shirt that Canada Dry is wearing based off of the Hot Wheels. Let's say you want to go to the old school, the original shirt we first brought out. Well, it's Natalia Markova, and she is wearing the All Effin' Fingers. And, of course, our own show shirt, the All Effin' Wrestling show shirt. You can get these and more at prowrestlingtees.com/effin' wrestling if you like old school wrestling, and I know that you do. You can own a piece of old school history. We're talking about the adorable Adrian Adonis. That's right. You can get the Adrian Adonis shirt. Wear prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis. On behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Kush, the Salty One, Mr. Haney, Shane, and the EVP, Joe, I am the JFB.
Raise your fist in the air. Sometimes in life,
Can't see if I'm doing it.
shit just knocks you down. You gotta roll with the punches. You got to reach out, do whatever you can. It's okay to be down. It's not okay to stay down. So reach out to a friend, reach out to us, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just keep fighting.
Woo! Yeah. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effin' wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effin' wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effinwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.